Alright guys, we're back under the grandstand, and we've finished all under there, all the way to that member over there. So now we're into this area. We finished off about at this line here when it starts rising up, and I just noticed I forgot my main digging tool. I took stuff out because plans had changed this morning, and it was one thing I forgot to put back in, but we got that tool and the detecting shovel, so it's not ideal, but we can make it work. I mean, up in this area it's pretty darn rocky, so I don't think we'll be needing to dig crazy like down there. So yeah, we can still make it work. Alright guys, we're getting into it here. I'm not sure how it's going to be in this area. It may not be as good as it was down below, just because there's not as much soil here, and maybe stuff didn't sink deeper or get hidden better. But so far we just got we have got a weedy, and things come out really nice under here. I think that's, so we got it. Oh, I thought it was the 1940s. It's a 1926. Well, that's pretty sweet. That's why it looks like that. It's a beauty of wheat. And then I just noticed, as I'm working my way this way, I see a George right on the surface. I don't know how that happened, but that's pretty crazy. Look at that. It's a 1952. Just sitting right on the surface. That's wild. Alright guys, we covered a lot of ground today, but unfortunately that ground was not very good. The upper area is more up on the outcrop, and it's very shallow soil over the original ground, so I don't think stuff, if dropped, would get picked up by people very easily under here. I imagine back in the day the kids would have easily found the coins dropped in this area. So yeah, so what we ended up with is a lot of clad. We had a few old ones, but just a couple KG6 pennies and a wheat. The rest was clad, a couple of 22 shells. We thought for a second on a few of them that the dimes were silver, but they turned out to be the nickel ones or clad steel. Yeah, you can't win them all. Yeah, a lot of notable finds on the last ones and not really many on this one. Hopefully we're going to have to get into that tight spot on that other area. It's going to be crazy, but I'm sure that's where anything good is going to be. Alright guys, we are back at the grandstand, and it is just dusk. The sun is set and we're in for the night shift. It's a Friday evening. Can't get out this weekend up here. I need to spend at least 4 hours to make the drive worth it. And yeah, so we're going to be get the headlamps. We got all the gear for it. We're going to be getting into some tight spots because I think that's where the good stuff is. Of course, the easier to access area and up on the rock is not the best, and we saw that the other day, so let's hope we can get into something really good. Alright guys, it's taken a long time to find something notable. We've been through the area. It's not that good. I think I went over an area I had before where I got a barber dime. It was sort of a crevice, a deep spot between the bedrock and other rocks from before. And we've had so far two modern, actually one is a young Lizzie in 1961. Looking not too bad. And the other ones are just clad, although the 1/4 is a 69, so it's getting close. And a nickel and a dime. I think they're older. I don't think the one's newer. Yeah, just a modern. And although now we're down into that, we're continuing into that area where we were down. Now we're on the other side of it. And once we get some rocks cleared, it's really built up here, but we're gonna stand down there once we are able to dig that out and work our way forward from there, because we're having to work from the up to the down right now. And this thing came out, which is really cool. It was like way under everything. That's an old steel toy gun. It's just a half of it. It's pretty rusty. Oh yeah, and we've had a couple 22 shells as well. But I just had something come out on the... I started down there pinpointing everything out and then working my way up. And I had something here, and we got ourselves large and green. Man, it's getting really low in here. Hard to not hit your head. Now, what do we got? We might actually have... I don't know. Ooh, we got a Vicky. Oh man, that's the first Vicky large scent I've probably gotten all year. I don't get them very much anymore. But that's, wait, is that actually a... Nope, that's a later one. I was wondering if it was an 1859 one, but yeah. Get it cleaned off a little bit and see what year we got. Alright guys, we got a bit of an older one. We got an 1881 with the H mint mark. Very sweet. Yeah, this was definitely, you can see it's been in circulation a little bit. This place is from 1893, so hard to say when this was lost here. But that is super sweet. So hopefully we can get into some silver. We're definitely into the sweet spot. And yeah, let's keep having at her. Alright guys, we finally got ourselves some silver. And we got ourselves a fishy. Where are we here? Oh yeah, we got an Eddie. We got a 1908. And I think that might be a year I need, which is very sweet. And this is how it came out looking. It's very sandy, very dry. So it looks pretty darn sweet. Oh yeah. And then earlier we had this thing that I pinpointed out. It's very, very tiny. Looks like a lead figurine. Extremely, extremely tiny. Oh wow. Yeah, she's pretty, not very good shape. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's probably some kid's toy from way, 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 way back in the day. In the early days of the fairgrounds. Very cool. Alright guys, we're hoping to get as far as that tonight. Not too much more. But I had something come out. And not too deep actually, so I guess this is the original ground, and yeah, it's sort of with the outcrop here, sort of sloping down. And it's not as old as the previous ones, but we got ourselves a KG5 Smallie. Nice shape too. This was actually the one of these is it was the first old coin I've dug under this grandstand when I started here. It was about 5 years ago, maybe even 6 years ago. I did a little bit and then didn't come back to it for a couple of years, and then really went at it. Yeah, it's in really nice shape too. Very sweet. Alright, we're finished that area, and man, was that tough going. Pretty tight space down there. Not a whole lot. Strangely, not even a lot of trash. I don't know, maybe it's a spot where people can reach down below the stairs, pick up the trash, and also maybe back in the day look for coins. Maybe a more accessible spot. But we did manage to pull out a few decent things in this area. Got a few modern pennies, 60s, 70s, 80s. A few clad close on that one, 1969, 1972. And this one's a little newer that time. Yeah, there's their shell. This one's silver, the other ones are kind of greenish, which is interesting. 61 Young Lizzie. And we got the 1933 KG5 small cent. Yeah, sweet 1908 Eddie Fishy, which I don't think I have yet. Should be really sweet to add to the collection. Eddie looks pretty nice. Not too bad at all. Then we got the oldest one, the 1881 Vicky largie. Oh, that is super sweet. I think we got 3 largies under here and one from each of the monarchs now. Very nice, and this cool little figurine. Looks like it's lead or something like that. And then this, I think, actually might be a clay marble. Definitely feels like it. Wasn't sure if it was plastic at first, but now with my bare fingers I can definitely feel it. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, someone definitely lost this way, way back in the day. Alright, well, it's I think we got here about 7 o'clock and it's almost 1:30 now. Well, it was definitely worth. We got a lot of area done. I don't know, there's not much left to go on this. We're into the high part of the outcrop, so at that rate it's not looking the best for stuff. So, well, we'll give her a try in the next one anyway and see what happens. We're not gonna stop until we're finished. Well, I almost forgot this. Well, we had the two other 22 shells, and then we have this little bracelet, which that's come apart. But you know it's a genuine fake when, if we can see it, it says Hong Kong. Everything cheap back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s was made in Hong Kong. There we go. Genuine fake gold.